This story comes out of New Jersey. A lot of you probably remember this. It was back in 2019, January. January 2019. What's the specific date? January 28th, 2019, New Jersey. I'm gonna play the video so you guys could see what actually happened. Like I said, this video, many of you probably already watched but never heard the outcome of what happened to this officer. So we're gonna play the video. Fair use. As you see, he hopped out the car on 3 occasions and just busting at him. You're not supposed to claim you're in fear for your life from a fleeing suspect, especially if that suspect didn't raise a weapon towards you. In his report, he never mentioned the suspect pointing a gun at him. He only said the suspect, all he saw was a fast moving car. So right away, there's no fear for your safety, not from someone fleeing. And I'm glad to see he's getting that state sponsored vacation that he is well deserved of. Let's get into the article. Ex-New Jersey cop who fired 7 shots in the car, killing black driver in case over speeding ticket, sentenced to 27 years in prison. This comes from the Atlantic Black Star, posted by A.L. Lee, June 11, 2024. A former New Jersey police officer was sentenced to 27 years in prison for fatally shooting a black man following a harrowing police chase through Newark more than 5 years ago. So this is out of Newark, New Jersey. Giovanni Crespo, who is Hispanic, there we go with that black and brown coalition that doesn't exist, was convicted in June 2023. Now, he was convicted in June 2023, and we're in June 2024. Why he wasn't sentenced a year ago is beyond me. But we know what it is, right? Give him a little extra time before he got to go away. Let me get back into the story. He was convicted in June 2023 on felony charges of aggravated manslaughter and aggravated assault, as well as 2 counts of official misconduct in the killing of Gregory Griffin on June 28, 2019. It's not clear why the sentencing took a full year to finalize in what was an open and shut case on fatal misconduct that ended in a guilty verdict nearly 12 months ago. We know what it is. I guess that's just the media beating around the bush, but we know what it is. They do their job well, don't they? They cover things up and act like everything's a mystery. Why? You know damn well why. The judge called a shoot first, ask questions later mentality by officers led to the police shooting, according to NJ.com. The deadly chase began when Griffin, a father of 4 children, allegedly drove off from a traffic stop by another officer, leading to a high-speed game of cat and mouse for several miles, with Crespo joining the chase as a backup unit and blasting indiscriminately at Griffin's car at 3 locations before killing him. Griffin's passenger, 35-year-old Andrew Dixon, was seriously wounded and survived, but has since died of unrelated causes, prosecutors said. It'd be interesting to see what he died from. It really would. Maybe I'll go back and check into that. Yes, I think I will. Okay. I went back to see what happened to Mr. Andrew Dixon. According to authorities, on Saturday, January the 23rd, what year was it? This had to have been 2021. So it was probably before the charges came on the officer, I believe. I think they said he was indicted in 2021 and he was convicted in 2023. So this man was ran over by a hit and run, and no suspects have been charged. Very curious. Do anyone recall what happened in Ferguson with a lot of people turning up dead behind Mike Brown? This sounds very familiar. So he was killed by a hit and run driver, and no suspects were charged. Very interesting. When questioned after the shooting, Crespo claimed to have seen guns in Griffith's vehicle, but other officers involved stated that he couldn't see inside the car due to the dark tinted windows. The Law Enforcement Legal Defense Fund paid for Crespo's lawyer. Oh, really? The Law Enforcement Legal Defense Fund paid for this killer's law fees. Interesting. During the trial, Crespo's attorney argued that the shooting was justified, but prosecutors summed up Crespo's actions as excessive force, saying Griffith was killed due to extreme recklessness by the officer. On the night of the deadly chase, Griffith was pulled over for speeding, and the officer noticed he had a handgun, which was later confirmed as a loaded semi-automatic pistol. We don't know if that was his gun. We know how these police get down. I'm just saying, don't call me a conspiracy theorist. I'm just not a sucker. Next, Griffin put the car in gear and fled with the officer in pursuit. Body cam footage emerged later showing Crespo firing his gun at the suspect's car multiple times at 3 locations, eventually killing Griffith for what began as a simple speeding ticket. Crespo was indicted on May 21st, 2019, following a 4-month investigation which concluded his conduct was criminal. There is no indication that Griffith ever returned fire or rolled his windows down throughout the entire chase, leading prosecutors to conclude Crespo's gunfire was not warranted. At trial, Crespo testified in his own defense, claiming he saw a gun pointed at him. I stopped a threat, he said on the stand, according to CBS News New York. But prosecutors noted that Crespo's own police report, he didn't mention facing any immediate danger and only described the threat as a fast-moving vehicle. During the closing arguments, defense attorney Patrick Toscano told the jury that Crespo's actions were not even close to official misconduct. This law enforcement officer saved lives that night. Is that what he did? He killed this man and then say he saved lives that night. The nerve of this attorney. Disgusting. This law enforcement officer saved lives that night. End of story, he said. But his own closing statement, Essex County Assistant Prosecutor Alex Albull maintained the defendant was not justified to use deadly force because the suspect was fleeing. Yeah, he was fleeing. That means your life wasn't in danger. After Crespo's conviction, his mother, Ada Crespo, made a statement in open court, tearfully pleading with the judge for mercy, saying the impact of a lengthy sentence would be devastating to her son and their entire family. The judge sent Crespo away for nearly 3 decades. Good deal. He could get out of prison in 23 years with good behavior, shaving 5 years off of his time. So with good behavior, he could be facing, 17 years? That's nothing for killing this man, really. He needs longer than that. Yeah, because he was blatant in his actions. Not to mention the citizens he put at risk just by opening fire like that. But I hope he enjoy his state-sponsored vacation. Like I say, well deserved. And be sure to drop the soap, scumbag. All right, let me know what you think, and I'll catch you on the next one.